Good morning. Swami Gurupriyananda speaking from Temple of Harmony, our Midwest Ashram. Let's begin with a prayer. Om Guru Mata Guru Pita Guru Mati Guru Gati Vina Guru Name Jnanam Vina Guru Name Sthiti. Also a prayer to Rama, about whom we are going to talk about today. Charitam Raghunadasya Satakoti Pravistaram Ekaikamaksharam Pumsam Mahapatakanasanam. The story of Rama is widespread, and it is said each letter is capable of destroying greatest of sins. And also the story of Rama, as most of us know, is the most popular, and it is told and retold through generations many, many times. Now, Lord Rama is considered to be a personification of Dharma. There is a saying, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha, meaning he is a complete personification of Dharma. Now, that leads to the question, what is Dharma? We can answer many ways. Dharma means duty, Dharma means, mostly it is taken as duty. But Dharma is not simply duty. It is also to do what is right, considering your role first, and also what is considered right according to the, what we call as Desha and Kala, where you are living and what rules are being followed there, and to do something in connection, satisfying all those conditions is really Dharma. So as far as Lord Rama is concerned, for his times, he was considered to be the best son, the best brother, the best king, the best husband, and even the best enemy one can have. So also it reminds me that we did have Guruji's talks on Rama back in Kansas City at the Kansas Temple, and those talks have resulted in the book Ramakatha. But this was a complete metaphorical interpretation of Ramakatha as far as who is Dasharatha and his wives and so on. Now what we are going to do today is slightly different. And as far as Ramayanas go, the most popular Ramayanas we keep hearing about, one is Valmiki Ramayana, the other one is Ramacharitamanasa by Saint Goswami Tulsidas. Now, Valmiki Ramayana depicts Lord Rama as a human incarnation of Lord Vishnu. At the same time, he also reminds us he is a divine incarnation in human form. And all the things which he did are according to the Vedas, according to the scripture. And Valmiki says, studying it with devotion will definitely lead to spiritual as well as material welfare. Now coming to, by the way, Valmiki also happens to be a contemporary of Rama, and he wrote Ramakatha while Rama was still the king. Now coming to Tulsidas Ramacharitamanasa, Tulsidas is of a later time a devotee of Rama who completely wrote his Ramayana depicting Rama as a more divine incarnation. Now what we are going to be talking about today is Adhyatma Ramayana, which is completely a spiritual version of Rama's story. And this is considered to be, the author is sage Vyasa, and it is a part of Brahmanda Purana. We know that Lord Sage Vyasa has written most Puranas, and this is considered to be a section of Brahmanda Purana, and the authorship is considered to be of Sage Vyasa. In Adhyatma Ramayana, there are also many additions which are the direct teachings of Lord Rama, either to Lakshmana or to somebody else, like the names are like Lakshmanopadesha, Ramagita, and so on. So there are sections which are direct teachings attributed to Rama and more on the spiritual aspect of life. Now we are going to talk about what is titled as Rama Hrudayam, and it starts right at the beginning of this Ramayana, and the stage set here is a conversation, first of all, between Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati. We know that there are many scriptures which are a conversation, especially yogic scriptures, are a conversation of Lord Shiva and Parvati, who becomes his disciple, and Shiva is the teacher. So let us go to like the on Mount Kailasa. Shiva is seated, giving a explanation of yogic scriptures to the assembled sages, and Mother Parvati is sitting next to him. And during this, she happens to ask him a question. She says, I keep hearing that devotion to Rama is the greatest means to cross the ocean of samsara. And because she says Lord Shiva also considers him to be his personal deity and prays to Rama. But she says, I have some doubts about this. Please reply to me. I have some questions and doubts. And she also says, first reply to my doubt and then explain to me Rama's story. Now, what is Parvati's doubt? She says, many people say that Rama is supreme and he is divine, but they also say that he did not know about his own divinity and behaved like completely like a human. And they say this is because of the Maya or the ignorance that he was having. And the question is, if he is supreme, why was he so grief stricken at the loss of Sita? So this is my doubt, and please explain to me why this is so, and then tell me the story of Rama. So Lord Mahadeva was very pleased with her question because it is a question of wanting to know about the essence of Rama, and praying to Lord Rama, he started his explanation. Now, he said, Rama is a supreme being, a total picture of divinity. He is also Sat Chit Ananda, the supreme self. We also refer to it as Paramatma, who does not act, but the whole universe is spread with his presence. And how can Maya affect somebody like Lord Rama? So there can be no darkness in the sun, and Rama is like a source of shining light, and Maya is considered to be ignorance. So there is no trace of ignorance in Lord Rama. And because if Maya is there, he takes the help of Maya, but Maya is completely under his control and has no power over him. Then within this story, he is relating another incident. He says, to make this very clear to you, let me tell you of a dialogue between Sita, Rama, and Hanuman. So when did this dialogue happen? So he said, during the period of Rama's incarnation, we know the story in short, that Sita was abducted by Ravana and Rama went and fought with Ravana and defeated Ravana. Actually, Ravana was killed, and he came back with Sita, Lakshmana, and also he did the war with the help of the monkeys or the Vanaras. The chiefs were Sugriva, Hanuman, Angada, and so on. So with all these people, he returned back to the kingdom after many years of exile, and the coronation of Rama took place as the king of Ayodhya. So this is the setting. So Rama is there seated on the throne, surrounded by great sages like Vasishta, and Hanuman was standing in front of him with folded hands and with complete surrender. And Hanuman was a total devotee who had no desires in his heart, but he was interested only in acquiring knowledge of the Supreme Self. So Hanuman is standing there with folded hands. Rama is on the throne with Sita seated next to him. And at that time, looking at Mother Sita, Rama said, "Oh Sita, look at Hanuman. He's the greatest devotion and also complete surrender to both of us." The additional qualification, he said, he had no desires at all. So he's fit to receive knowledge. And he said, you can start teaching him my essence. So he asked Sita to teach Hanuman his own essence. Sita agreed. And this is the interesting part. What she says is, Rama is a supreme self, and in the whole of Ramayana, she says he has not done anything. He just in his presence, this whole Ramayana was organized and enacted by me, who is the Maya. I am also called the Mula Prakriti. So it is I who did everything. And she lists the amazing list of things. She says, the birth of Rama in Ayodhya, and he's helping Vishwamitra, liberating Ahalya, breaking the vow of Lord Shiva, marrying me, and then living with me for 12 years in the kingdom of Ayodhya, in the palace, and after that being sent to the forest along with me and Lakshmana, all those years in the forest, and then my abduction, as well as his coming to Lanka and conquering and coming back to Ayodhya. Until this time, whatever was done, Rama did not do anything. It was I who did everything just in the presence of Lord Rama. So this is an explanation of Maya and what God really is. So Maya does everything in the presence of God. She needs the presence though. Without that, she cannot do it. But the Lord himself does not do anything. So this is the explanation he gives to Hanuman. And so everything is done by Prakriti. Prakriti does everything, but only in the presence of the Purusha. And this is the real essence. When we say the all-pervading God is there, but he does not do anything, it is Prakriti who acts in his presence. So he's the substratum of Maya, we can say. And Maya is of the changeful nature. He underlies all the transformations of Maya, but he himself does not act. Then at this point, Mahadeva, remember this is the Mahadeva telling Parvati this story. At this point, he told up to here, and Mahadeva then said, next, Rama himself addressed Hanuman. So far, Sita was teaching Hanuman. At this point, Rama said he himself addressed Hanuman, and he said, now I will tell you the truth of what is Atma, what is Anatma, and what is Paramatma. Simply said, Atma is, we consider Atma we call as self, Anatma we call as non-self, and Paramatma, if we have to express in English, we say Supreme Self. So directly Rama started teaching Hanuman, and he said, there are three akashas. Akasha simply means space or ether. The three akashas he describes as, one is the all-pervading akasha. So space is everywhere, it pervades to everything. So this is the first akasha, and he calls it Mahakasha. Then just picture the vast land, space, and there may be several water ponds on that, in that earth. And the second one, he says, that which pervades through these water bodies. There may be rivers, there may be ponds, there may be lakes. This akasha is also pervading through the water. So this he considers as, in case of a human being, people are there and the pond of water is considered to be the intellect in them. So the same akasha is pervading the intellect of all the people. So that akasha, he says, that which is spreading through the water bodies. Now, strictly speaking, it is the same akasha which is pervading. So one is the Supreme Self, and when it goes through an individual body, it becomes simply the self. So the first is Mahakasha, the second one is simply self or just Akasha. So basically there is no difference between the two, except one is everywhere and the same thing is going through the intellect of each one of us. So that is more like the individual self. Now, these three are clear. These two are clear. What is the third Akasha? Just imagine the sky and the earth with water ponds, and we have explained how it goes through everything as well as these water bodies. So Paramatma and individual self, we have talked about. The third one, he says, is the same Akasha, which is going through, and also it is reflected in these water bodies. So this is the reflected sky. It is simply a reflection of the Supreme Self in the water. So it's reflecting in the intellect, and this reflection is the one which actually affects us. This is where Maya comes in. Confusion is there, and the self identifies with the reflection instead of the real. They are all in close proximity. The individual self is there, the Supreme Self is there, and the reflection, which is the non-self, is also there. What happens is, because of Maya, the reflection identifies with the real and thinks it is doing everything. There are several examples of snake and the rope, and also examples like when there is a pure colorless crystal close to a colored object, how it takes up that color. So this is the thing that happens, and because of that, this confusion comes. So, but Rama also says, with the help of Mahavakyas are, we have 4 Mahavakyas, but mostly in case of such things, what is used is Tattvam Asi. You are that is what is used. So what we have to now compromise with, there is nothing is there in the world which is not God, whether it is reflection or the real self or the individual self, whatever it is, or animate or inanimate, no matter what, it is nothing but simply God. So This is where like meditation comes in, and when one goes to Paravastha, one is going from the reflected Atma with restlessness and confusion and identifying himself only with the Supreme Self. And this is what one has to do, to calm the mind, which is being caused because of the reflected Atma, and identify yourself with the real Supreme Self. So Tattvam Asi, when we say during meditation, please realize that you are that. So another extension of this is, the explanation is, it is a reflection. It is not real. And buddhi in which it is reflected, neither the buddhi is real. It is also considered jada. But even though this is true, because that reflection also is the reflection of the real, so they allow that and say the jiva is also nothing but Brahman himself. So this explanation Rama gives to Hanuman, and it's not a very simple thing to comprehend. It needs a lot of thinking and analyzing. So this is considered to be through the yoga of knowledge, and Hanuman was considered to be a fit person to receive the knowledge. And Rama also says, this is Rama Hrudayam, which means this is the total essence of Rama. And because you are the fit candidate, I'm giving it to you. And also when we think about Hanuman, he had that capacity to understand, and he was a personification of knowledge. And at one point, when it is said, Rama asks him, what do you consider yourself to be? Hanuman gives not a single answer, but he says, when I think I am the body, I am consider myself to be your servant, to serve you. But when I think I am Dehabhujya Dasoham and Atma Bhujya, if I consider myself to be Atma, then I am a part of you. And when I consider myself to be the Supreme Self, you and I are the same. So this excellent answer Hanuman gives. So he has the knowledge that you can identify with your body or with your mind, or go beyond that and identify with the Supreme Self. So it is something we have to really think about, and through discrimination, try to understand the explanation. And during Paravastha, this is what we do to go beyond the reflection state and identify with the real itself. So I hope I was able to do justice to this Rama Hrudayam, and we will take a couple of minutes and start the meditation. Please sit comfortably wherever you are. Spine straight. Spine, neck, and head should be in a straight line. Sama, Kaya, Siro, Griva. Eyes closed. Watch your breath. In the beginning, you have thoughts going through your mind, which is natural because of the extrovert nature of the mind. Calmly keep watching your breath. The breath that is going in and the breath coming out. Breath is the direct manifestation of God. No breath, no life. Namo Brahmane, Namaste Vayu, Swameva Pratchaksham Brahmasi. As is the breath, so is the mind. Gurudev said, each inhalation is a birth, each exhalation is death. Every breath is a new life. As you keep watching the breath, you will find that your mind slowly gets calmer. If you control the breath, the mind is controlled. Meditation is to slowly keep on bringing the mind and establishing it in the self, for which you need a firm intellect. With the help of that firm intellect, you bring back the wavering mind, restless mind, and make it established in yourself. Atma samstham manah krutva. After that, you don't need to do anything. Establish your mind in yourself with the help of the intellect. You can ask yourself, who am I? Am I the body? Am I the mind? Or am I the soul? Practicing deep inhalation and exhalation helps in calming the mind also. Now let us practice slow, long, deep inhalations and slow, long, deep exhalation. Practice for the next 5 minutes. Inhale deep, exhale deep. Now, take a slow, long, deep inhalation. Hold the breath momentarily and bow down to the front. Exhale and continue to watch the breath. This bowing down is a symbol of humility and surrender and helps to give up ego. You will also feel more heaviness in the head, more blood is coming to the head, more prana is going to the brain. Continue watching the breath. Take another slow, long, deep inhalation. Hold, sit up and exhale. Come back to normal conscious breath. Now, practice some silent meditation. You can keep the attention between the two eyebrows in the soul center. Try to experience peace, bliss, calmness. Let's end with a prayer. Pray to the Gurus and to God. You can pray to your own personal deity. Pray for all. Let all be happy. Let all be healthy. Let there be no disease, no misery for anyone. Let there be auspiciousness everywhere. Let there be peace everywhere. Let the blessings of God and Gurus be upon all of us. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. God is complete. His creation is complete. As a part of creation, we too are complete. May we all realize this completeness. Thank you all. God bless us all. Om Tat Sat Om.